All right, we're gonna have a second recording of this. Hold on, okay, yeah, it's on good. We're gonna have a second recording of this video because the video that I initially recorded, I had the mic off, and this is what I looked like. Yeah, that's what I looked like. So here's the deal. I'm gonna timestamp you by actually allowing you to quote yourself, David. Here we go.
What's up, YouTube? This is me, Asian Dave, aka Fanatic for Jesus, coming to you right now, making a video response to my roommate again because he does not know how to properly present me, and he just keeps taking me out of context.
Which is not true. I did properly present you.
So I'm coming right now, just put this shit clear because I don't know if he's just being fucking stupid or if he's being ignorant. Like, first off, he's talking about that he's for our right to bear arms not being infringed, but then he goes on to justify gun control as, and he says that's not infringing on our right to bear arms. But like, oh my gosh, I explained this in the last video that, I mean, he's reading the Constitution from a liberal viewpoint. He's interpreting it from a liberal viewpoint.
There's two ad hominems so far.
Like, he's looking at it and he's reading it as, because when liberals read the Constitution and they see well-regulated militia, they see that in a quantitative
That's not
as
true.
in the amount of guns that we should control.
That is not true.
Like, when a conservative reads the Constitution, they're looking at a quality standpoint, as in you teach the person everything. You teach them the value of human life. You teach them, you give them proper training and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter if you give them a bazooka, they're not going to go out and kill people.
I would agree with that.
That's how easy that is. But yeah, I'm expecting him to keep misrepresenting me because he obviously isn't concerned about this discussion.
Okay, and another ad hominem.
For the rest of the time after that, he talks more about
I'm going to misrepresent you because I'm not concerned about this discussion. So therefore, implying that I'm dishonest. Also, that you said you didn't know if I was being fucking stupid or ignorant. Again, therefore saying I am wrong because I'm either fucking stupid or ignorant. There you go. Here's the points I want to address. There's a timestamp. By the way, is it 28 seconds of that video? I'll post the link in the description of that video too. Anyway, here's what I want to go through real quick. Address qualitative versus quantitative and how we don't limit the number, hence quantitative. Also note that we agree on the tyrannical government. The timestamp from the beginning is approximately the timestamp is from the beginning to approximately 4:55. So in this video, to approximately 4:55, that is the issue in dispute that my first point is about. We're not trying to say have X amount of guns out or have X amount of people that are allowed to have guns or something. What we're saying is, if you understood the liberal platform on this issue, again I say we because you classify me as a liberal, and I'm not. But we're going to go with your classification because you refuse to see the difference of what I am to what the actual liberal is. Okay? How many times have we gone through this? How many times, dude? Okay. Here's where I do not agree with the liberals, and I'll explain where I do and make my point in a minute. They say ban semi-automatic weapons or ban automatic weapons. All right, well then all the people that'll have the automatic weapons are the bad guys. So I don't think they should do that. Excuse me. However, we're not saying ban all guns, and you're going to say we're using that as an introductory legislation to then further the the banning of weapons in general. First off, when they wrote the Constitution, did they have automatic weapons? Okay, and I know that doesn't necessarily invalidate your point. I just want you to think about that. Did they have automatic weapons? No, they didn't. It's just an interesting point to think of. Now, I'm not agreeing that we should take away all automatic weapons. I don't think we should. What the liberals want is regulation on who can get them because there's certain people that are more at risk. I'm sure you're more comfortable with me, owning a firearm than you would be Charles Manson or John Wayne Gacy, although I think he's dead, or Ted Bundy, which I know he's dead. So I know, like I'm pretty sure you'd be more comfortable. You don't want a convicted felon who was in there for murder and who actually it wasn't self-defense; it was actual murder. You'd want me having that firearm over them having that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you feel more safe with me because you know I won't hurt you unless you came after me, then I'd have to. But that would always be my last step. Okay, so it's legislation on who can get them that I agree with. Now, what types of firearms? No, I think that if taken, uh, if you try to take automatic assault weapons off the market now for law-abiding citizens, the only one's going to keep them are the non-law-abiding citizens. So I don't agree with taking those away. I do know what conservative is. I'm, like I said, I'm not straight conservative or liberal on a lot of things. And don't take the "I'm not straight" comment and clip at anyone and get them to put this in like a gay pride video because I'm definitely not for gay pride. I'm not against homosexuals themselves, but I'm not for the lifestyle. Um, the timestamp of the video that I was making the response to um, is 28 seconds, the video that I played, and I'll provide both links to you so you can see where he made these ad hominems. But if you stop around 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you get the full context of the ad hominems that he's making. But then they're not ad hominems because David said them. But if I said them, if I said, David, you're wrong, and I'm going to insinuate that you're wrong because you're fucking stupid or ignorant, that'd be an ad hominem if I said it to you. But not when you say it to me. Just want to make sure, I'm alright on that. I did switch from being liberal on taxes to conservative, so David is right about that. I am honest about it, and I'll admit that. I also want to address that you should script your videos because it allows you to respond more accurately. That's why I script them when I respond to you because I want to make sure that I hit all or as many of the points as I can in my time limit because I'm on YouTube timeout right now. Quoting or agreeing with the quote or agreeing with the title of Ann Coulter's book and saying that quote is a valid quote then implies that you agree with the quote. Therefore, you made the statement. That you didn't make the original statement, and I never said the quote was invalid. I don't know where I got that from. What I said is because you agree with the title of Ann Coulter's book and the statement that she made, you make the same statement by agreeing with the statement that she made. Okay, and that's not any kind of fallacy at all to say that. I do consider myself left leaning, but I'm not a Democrat, David. And I quote, David says his views are more liberal, which he then implied I am liberal. That's a fallacious argument. Because my views tend to be more liberal does not make me a liberal. And the reason why is because any of my views that you've questioned me on, or anybody that can question me on, there is always a conservative point to it. Hence, like the food stamps. Do I agree that we should have them? Yes. Who do I agree they should be for? Now, that's the point that you didn't address, David. I agree that think they should be for people like vets or retirees or fixed income senior citizens or disabled or injured people. They shouldn't be for the everyday people that just don't want to work. That would be the liberal standpoint. I agree with having these programs, but I agree with a conservative basis that we should have these programs for the people that need them. All right, that's what you didn't say. Talk about how I misquoted you. You didn't even misquote me on that because you didn't even address that viewpoint, and I know that you know that I think that. You didn't even address that. You left that out. So you didn't misquote me because you didn't even bother to quote me, attempt to quote me at all. Talk about me arguing dishonestly. I'm not saying you're a dishonest person. What I'm saying is that is a dishonest argument. Maybe you didn't realize that. You said you're not liberal on some point, but then again, you voted to legalize marijuana, and you said because you're apathetic about it. But you're apathetic. You may be apathetic. You may not care about it, but obviously you cared enough about it. You may not care a lot about it. I mean, but you obviously cared enough about it to vote to legalize a liberal platform legislation, didn't you? Didn't you, David? So you say you're apathetic about it, then why did you even cast your vote to begin with on it? Why didn't you just leave that part of the ballot blank? You obviously cared enough about it to vote yes for it. Am I correct? Because you did admit that you voted yes. If you were that apathetic about it, you wouldn't have even filled out that part of the ballot. You left it blank. You know, nowhere do I remember reading on the ballot that if you leave any section blank, the whole ballot is invalid. And if I do find that out, then I will, you know, I'll say it. Yeah, and I'll say that I was wrong. Show that to me because I don't remember reading that. Maybe we'll have to wait for the next ballot to come around. Um, Also, I was told I was addressing that. I insinuated that you were dishonest. No, I didn't mean to insinuate that you're dishonest. But maybe you're not fair. You're not fairly representing the arguments that I'm presenting to you. Maybe you don't understand them. That's what my point is saying. I know you're not a dishonest person. Okay. Well, I mean, as much as all humans are dishonest, but I know that I can trust you as far as a human being can be trusted. What I'm saying is maybe you don't understand them. Maybe you are. Maybe you are just overlooking them. I don't know. You could be being dishonest about them. I don't know. But I don't think you are, is what I was saying. Let me make sure I hit all my points. Quantitative versus qualitative, then conservatives, timestamp. The timestamp, I don't know if I hit this. The timestamp to the video that I was responding to which David made a response to this, is at 28 seconds where he made the ad hominem. So listen to about 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. I believe I did address that. I want to make sure. I was liberal on taxes, and I am conservative on them now. I'm also free market. I don't believe in the bailouts that happened that we provided GM money for. Fuck it, let them go out of business. Let them go out of business. Free market is what's the best for us. I got mad if my mic was off again. That you agreed with any culture, that you should script your videos, left leaning, that you're liberal at some point, justice on. Okay. So the rest of this is pretty much open for me now to make whatever I want to say, or say whatever I want to say. And here's the point of this: Do I honestly feel like you're? Do I feel like you're misrepresenting me? Yes. But just in your room a few minutes ago, you said timestamp it where I made the ad hominem, and I explained to you that I only have 15 minutes because I'm on YouTube timer right now. By the way, fuck you, YouTube. Um, Community service violation. This. Anyway, by the way, yeah, that flag is much better. Over there, that flag. Better than any of that Asian shit that he has in here. I'm not racist against Asians, don't worry. I mean, every human being is a little bit racist, but I don't have any problem with Asians as much as I can be neutral, even though I'm not. I do think that my culture is the best, and that's what relates best to me. But me and David, if you look at our other videos, we have a video series where we're talking shit to each other. And again, since we're still talking shit, this is the sexiest cat. Right here. Do you see this? You see this? This is the sexiest cat. And Blue Buffalo cat food, it's better than that raw crown, that peasant shit that you use. Okay. Lay back down. Okay. Lay back down. Anyway, um, anyway, fairly represent me and actually come up with some arguments that are disproving what I'm saying. All right, that's what I'm asking you to do. That's honestly what I'm asking you to do, dude. Really, for real. That's really what I want from you. I don't want anything else besides that, man. I don't want anything else besides that. I just want you to accurately discuss and talk about what I'm saying and represent it fairly. That's all I want, man. Legit, it's all I want. And so, I think that you should do that. I think you should pay attention to what I'm saying. Now, I didn't misquote you, man. You quoted your own self. I played the video for people. So now they can really see, and you can stop saying that I didn't say that I misquoted you in the ad hominem. Separate and comment below. Later. Peace.